Tell me that you love me. Yeah.
Can I get the hand clap in the building, y'all?
Tell me something good.
Yeah. I see you, Mo. Come on. It's your birthday. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, my man TV is in the building.
Nobody likes to come to therapy, ladies and gentlemen, but everybody likes and loves to come to song therapy. The amazing part about song therapy, it started about 3 years ago on another platform, and then we ended up in DC on this fabulous platform, Bliss.fm, where you can stream live. The internet is here, radio is changing, things are changing. Matter of fact, music just changed, but we just want to tell you the rules if you have never ever been to song therapy before. First of all, we break down the song lyric by lyric, verse by verse, and we're going to get into some heavy discussions about this classic record.
Oh, yeah. Listen. The right lights, fancy restaurants, everything in this world that a man could want. Got a bank account bigger than a law should allow. Still I'm lonely now. Listen. Pretty faces from the covers of the magazines. From their covers to my covers, wanna play with me. Fame and fortune still I find. I'm a poor man running out of time. Even though it seems I have everything, I don't wanna be a lonely fool. All of the women, all the expensive cars, all of the money don't amount to you. Girl, I can make believe I have everything, but I can't pretend that I don't see that without you, girl, my life is incomplete.
But our musical therapist, Mr. Tell Tally, why don't you break down some of the symptoms that can happen if you're not complete with your mate?
Well, thank you, my brother. First of all, we're going to start off with some of the qualities. And what I did was I put it out on Facebook for all our Facebook families in terms of what was the qualities you look for in a mate. And the first is God-fearing. The second was honesty. The third was a protector or a provider. The fourth one was someone that is attentive, affectionate. And last, even someone that has a little cray-cray in them is what some people have said. So,
what did you say?
That's some of the qualities. That's some of the qualities that some of us out here.
Before all this even happens, you have to adjust your mindset and love yourself.
Uh-oh.
All right. She telling y'all what y'all want to hear. She cray-cray.
Don't smell like candy over here. She grinding to the song. I'm starting to get hot and bothered. They went all the way through the hook. We had that part there.
They need some therapy. They have to get it out.
I'm
just a grown man, grown E-man running out of time.
He's actually a poor man. See, he had the bank account bigger than the law should allow, and he's saying that he's a poor man running out of time. So even though he's got all the money and all the material things, he's still poor because he's incomplete without the lady. So,
to me, this verse can really hit home because when I'm traveling every weekend, it's like I don't get to have that love like everybody else. I don't get to go home and cuddle up with my loved ones. So I have to take the time when I have it. So I understand because it's like you are rich, you are making money, but it doesn't matter. I can have dinner, but if I'm not having it with someone I love, then it doesn't matter.
So one day, they sent me the record, and I basically had a CD playing, and I had put the song on there because I was supposed to listen to it, and I was brushing my teeth or something, and the song kept playing.
And whistling.
Brush my teeth and whistling. That's funny. And so the first verse came on, and if you notice, the first couple of lines is bright lights, fancy restaurants. Everything in this world a man could want. When he said, got a bank account bigger than the law should allow, I didn't even listen to the rest of the song. I said, I got to record that song. The reason being was because I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in speaking things into existence. Speaking positively. And I was like, you know what? I want that line to be staple to myself and my career.
As Cisco said, even though it seems I have everything, I don't want to be a lonely fool. All of the women, all of the expensive cars, all the money don't amount to you. So I can make believe I have everything, but I can't pretend that I don't see that without you, girl, my life is incomplete.
The money and the success and the fame and all of that is fine, but if you don't have somebody to share it with at the end of the day, it's a very lonely road.
A rap.
With perfume, the sexy lingerie. Yo, I remember just like it was on yesterday, a Thursday. You told me you had fallen in love. I wasn't sure that I was. When I first listened to that verse and break it down, you think about it, as all of us can remember when we go through it, maybe someone leaves us, something about that person that stays in your mind. And this particular verse says it was the perfume. So if it was something that was left behind, a scent or something on the clothes or a scarf or something that might be laid in the bedroom, said he remembered the scent of the perfume. Then he says, I remember like it was yesterday, Thursday, you told me you had fallen in love, and I wasn't sure that I was. So we always remember that sometimes that first time we hear those three words, I love you, and that goes for women as well as men. Sometimes you may not be at the same place when they are there at the same place. So when you hear it, it can hit your spirit kind of like, what? Did you just say what? I love you. So, but then it makes you open up to, man, do I love this person as well? Work it up.
It's starting now. It's the same feeling. I can always seem to get
And for you, Howard Theater, August 23rd. Drew Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, the First Lady of Song Therapy, Malicious.
So what I want you to do right now is just close your eyes and envision that person that makes you complete. I could not help but remember when I heard the voice of a familiar sound that brought a sense of emotion to my mind, body, and soul. I could not help but remember the sound of the voice that was so alluring and put me into a state of
Without you, girl, my life. Without you, girl, my life is incomplete. Without you, girl, my life is incomplete. Oh, yes, my life is incomplete.
We talk about in relationships, and sometimes we become, the symptoms of it, we become self-centered when the relationship doesn't come. We start looking or wandering and looking at other people because we may not be interested in our mate. And we have to remember that we have to do the same things that we did to have that person in the beginning that we must do to make sure we keep that person.
I think nowadays, if anything, because relationships are so wishy-washy, I feel that honesty from the very beginning, walking in, is going to make it complete. Because you need to come into it with full transparency. There's a lot of false transparency out there, and it turns out to be a lot of issues. So honesty walking in and honesty during, I think, is going to make a great relationship.
I like to say I have 3S rule. This is me personally. And ladies, if you tune in right now, you can really keep your man for a long time. That's number 1. Supper, I like to eat. A guy likes to eat. I know everybody's working now, but guys like to eat. Sex, you gotta have sex in a relationship.
Good sex.
Great sex.
Unbelievable. Getting it, period.
The third S, that's another show, you're right. The third S is support. Men need to be encouraged. They need to feel the value, and they need to feel that you are in their corner no matter what. No matter how hard a day they've had, they need to know that you support and encourage them.
Well, Well, I think that all of us have made some very good points in terms of what honesty and trust and someone that's a ride or die. But I think you hit on it when you said, I mean, the first thing before you can love anyone is that you have to love God. And you have to know who you are in God. And a lot of times if you look at people's relationships, they go through the same thing. And it's usually self-centeredness. And when you realize that, we all have our times and we all have things that we go through, and we realize that that person may or may not be in our corner, not in our corner, but someone that will never leave you or never forsake you is the Lord. So I think that the qualities that a person should have, along with all of them, is that they must first love the Lord.
First of all, you have to love yourself. In order for you to go into a relationship with someone else, if you don't love yourself, the relationship is dead. Because you cannot move forward within knowing who that person is, because you have some hang-ups yourself. So at one point or another, you get to know yourself, you build that relationship with that person, you find out exactly what makes them tick. Basically, whether it's the SSS, those are the things that you need to get done, because girls, we can make it happen with the second S. But anyway, but wholeheartedly, you should just know yourself, build yourself in that relationship, and get to know that person.
Mo, why don't you take us home? Another hand for DJ Booby. Y'all were out there for all of our sponsors: UPS Store, Carolina Kitchen, Studio 202, and it's a fabulous place. This is why we made the choice from our other platform to come here, so that you can experience live what the artists go through. I'm on the road with these guys, and we meet them, but you don't get a chance to really see the human side of it, because you just have one side of what you think about an artist. This is a place where you can get to really know them and find out that they're people just like you, but they just have a driven soul and a driven spirit, and they had a dream and they went for it.
I would like to thank our special guest Sizzle for hanging out with us in Song Therapy and becoming a part of the therapeutic experience. Join Impeccable, T-Million, Tartel, Hot Hand, myself, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on Bliss FM, and get your therapy on. So remember, as we journey back into time, keep the music alive. Remember the moment and let the memories last forever. Until next time, good night.